Y'all know what it is, man. DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, new media. We in the morning. Happy Sunday. Still I rise. Let's go. Get the likes up. Let's get turned up this morning. Let's share positivity this morning. Let's get crunk this morning. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Quality Insurance, man. New media. Shout out to AJ Anderson. What's up, DJ? What's good, my guy? Let's go. Morning news. We bringing it. Pull up to the cookout. Y'all know what it is, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my brothers and sisters in the chat. I hope your Sunday is going well. So there's news today. Well, it really was yesterday. What's good without a question? What's good, Maxwell Mingram? What's good, the legend CJ? Gordon Hayward, Mr. Glass, as the words of the brother Rev would say, Mr. Glass, Gordon Hayward is injured again. Now, I hated that he's injured. I hate it when any player is injured. But me, Coach Joe, Rev, and plenty others, J&J Video, son of Jones, shout out to him, told you about Gordon Hayward. We told you all that if you give Gordon Hayward that contract, you can't guarantee you that he's going to be healthy. He's never been healthy. For some reason, he always gets these little injuries. But I truly believe this injury was caused by something else. Since Gordon Hayward wanted to do more than just a traditional small forward, wanting to be a point forward, wanting to have control of the offense, that puts more tread on his tires. And look what happened now. He's injured. Sometimes the best thing to do is less. And make sure you all hit the like button. AJ Watson, yeah, you're right. You said big Tesla miles and step up. Now, I'm going to drop a bombshell. And shout out to, without a question, for the $4.99 super chat to help grow the nation. Thank you, my brother. Shout out to Kev Jr. for the $2 super chat. He said new media. Yeah, you only get the best here. Shout out to the Honorable Coach Joe, the teacher, the OG. For those who think that the Hornets may not make the playoffs or a play-in game, let's not rule that out yet. If Coach James Borrego can involve Miles Bridges enough, then they won't miss a beat. But this is how they can get out the playoffs. If they give Devontae Graham the most shots on the team, that can't happen. Terry Rozier, I'm cool with it. But Devontae taking the most shots, that's not going to get you wins. Nothing against the guy, but that's just all truth. Run the pick and roll and utilize the athleticism and the God-gifted abilities of Miles Bridges. It's funny. Today I was looking on social media and there were Hornet fans, not all, stressing about not Miles Bridges, but Gordon Hayward not playing. They said, man, we may not make the playoffs. And I'm sitting back like, no, y'all can still make the playoffs. Now, if it was Terry Rozier injured, I would say like, oh man, that's gonna be tough. But no, they can still make the playoffs. They can still make some noise. Let's not act like Gordon Hayward was that important. Yeah, he had a decent stats, but when he plays against weaker teams, that's when he will feast on getting the stats, what I call stat padding. But as you saw this weekend or this past week, when Gordon Hayward plays against tough teams, he barely shows up. Shout out to Walter Robinson. He said, "What's up, squad? What's up, my brother?" Shout out to CWE Brooklyn. Say, you must be a Hornets fan. No, I'm really a Meloholic. I make no bones about it. I'm a Meloholic. But since this is LaMelo's team, it's only right for me to talk about the Hornets. William Mason said, "What's up, DJ? New Media Nation United. Let's get the likes up." Yeah, let's get the likes up. Make sure you share the content, everyone, so that you can so that people can know that we're alive right now. YouTube is not sending the notifications for some reason. And I told you guys this. I said, once this channel gets too real for even YouTube, the notifications will not go out as much. And you see what's happening now. We're too real for YouTube right now. Without a question, again, supporting the channel for the $2.99 super chat says, "Tay baby, I don't know why I start you." It's an inside joke. Walter Robinson says, "If LaMelo was in the game, they would be straight without Hayward." Yeah, it's going to be difficult, not just because Hayward is out. It's going to be difficult due to some of these Eastern Conference teams getting better. The Miami Heat has gotten better. The Hawks have gotten better. The Bulls have gotten better. So you're going to start seeing teams get their legs back. And I told you this was going to happen. It has nothing to do with Gordon Hayward, but I said, what did I say? The end of April will tell me who's the contenders and pretenders. All right. I'm about to send a link so we could all chop it up, man, so we could talk about this. All right, I just sent the link. Eon Taylor, what's good with you, my brother? He said, "Did Jello get a tryout with the Hornets?" No, you know MJ not doing that. MJ, he ain't trying to have a Ball family reunion with the Hornets. That's just how he is, man. What's up, Jaheem Nesbitt? What's good, New Media fam? Man, thank you for showing love. CW says YouTube is probably, well, let's just say this with YouTube. If I was PC and was saying everything was great and Peachy Q and James Borrego is the greatest coach of all time, the notifications will be out, all of them. Almost 4,000 notifications will be out. I'll tell you that. AJ says, we basically last year's team now, hopefully they can stay ready. Their goal is to stay at 500 at least and beat the teams. They got to steal some W's and beat some teams that, you know, that they're evenly matched with. Look at this. Look at Tay Bay. He said, "My time to shine." Boy. James Borrego about to give him 50 million shots. What's good, Grudix?
Yo, what's up, man? How you been?
Wait, hold on real quick. All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, brother. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Man, what time is in America, in your country now?
Yeah, it's 10, 12 a.m.
Oh,
where I'm at.
Yeah, okay,
Pacific
okay.
time.
How you been, mate?
Good. What do you think about the Hornets?
It's
What
day time. It's day time.
Tay
Time.
time, man?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy, man. We don't want to see all that, man.
No, I think Miles gonna get huge. I think in next 5 games or so. Today's game, right? Versus Boston.
Yeah. Miles Bridges has been
Oh, they
stepping
played.
up, man.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I've been watching the games, but it's not that good to watch without the Melo. You know, they play too slow. They play too slow, brother. Since Melo is
Right.
out, they're like, I
Like
don't know.
you're
They
not staying
play.
up to watch
No,
those games.
no. I'm working, but sometimes I stay up. Today I'm gonna watch because it's gonna be midnight, so it's not that late. But
Oh
I'm
boy.
from Europe, as you know, you know. So every
Yeah,
time I
yeah.
watch them, it's like I don't know. I need to watch them, and then I have like 3 hours to sleep before to go to work, you know.
Right.
But
Well,
I
you
was
know
doing
the
it
Hornets
only
got the
when Melo.
Celtics, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna win it today, I think.
The Celtics are pretty desperate right now.
Yes, yes. But you know the Trozier, he was having the bad games. The lately, like 2 or 3 games, he was playing not that good, you know. I think Rozier and Miles gonna go huge today.
Right on.
They should go huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game though. Oh, I guess he just connection. He'll probably be back. Uh, Big Spell One says Bridges should get more time. Yeah, he should. They got to involve him more. And one thing Grudick said that was spot on is that Miles Bridges is going, not Miles Bridges, but Terry Rozier is going to have a big game because he's a former Celtic and he wants to prove a point. I'm all cool with that. But if they play, meaning the Hornets, if they play hero ball, they don't have a shot at all. You can't win playing hero ball. That's not what works. Look at all the Hornets wins. When they're not playing hero ball, they usually get a W. When they try to be the man and not play in sync, that's when they get in trouble. And if they do that with the Celtics, they're not going to win. Jaheim says a lot of hero ball is going to happen tonight. Oh boy, that's my fear. I don't want to see that crap, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see it tonight. Trying to prove a point. See, some of these players, man, they got to know their talent. They got to know their role. Like I said in the other show, know your role and shut your mouth, like the Rock used to say. They got to know their role, man. But this is not over just because of Gordon Hayward's injury. If, let's say, the Hornets don't make the playoffs, it's going to be due to teams finally playing up to their standards. Shout out to King C. He says DJ Tebe is in more trouble than he thinks because with 2 other shooters out on defense can focus primarily on him. Yeah, the focus is on him now. Usually Devontae Graham, this is not hate, but this is just logic. Oh yeah, unoriginal. I'm gonna send you the link, my brother. Devontae Graham, what the 4th defender will guard him? Like, he's never in their game plans. No one's going around saying, "Hey, let's stop Devontae Graham. Let's lock him down. If we lock up Devontae Graham, we're gonna win." Usually, they let him do what he wants. They don't really care what he does. Walter Robinson says they won't make the playoffs. Oh man. Rap guy says, I already knew he was going to get injured. Didn't want to be right, but side not shot. Yeah, he's always banged up and injured. What's good, my brother? We got Unoriginal on the line. How you doing today?
What's good, DJ, man? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm always appreciative to come on your show and your platform and speak the truth, man.
Exactly, my brother. And for those, make sure you subscribe to his channel. He started a YouTube channel. Let's support the brother. Y'all know what it is. So, Unoriginal, do you think the Hornets can make the playoffs still? Or do you think that's a lost cause now?
With the one-take game as your main offensive option alongside Terry Z, they ain't got no shot in hell. They ain't got a shot in hell. They ain't got a shot in hell. What you
Oh,
think? You think? You
Lord.
think? You think the defenders are biting on Devontae Graham's lame ass pump fakes? Them pump fakes are pathetic. They're pathetic. Listen, I don't even wanna, you know, make Charlotte Hornets fans feel worse than they already feeling right now. But your playoff chances are about as good as done. You know, if the games go according to the way I think they will with the run you have coming up, you're done. Your playoff hopes are done. Your playoff hopes are done. As much as I don't even like Gordon Hayward, and I think, he's a burden on his team, he still does give you 20 a night, and you're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss that. Regardless of the way he's scoring them 20, you're gonna miss 20 points.
Now, you know that Charlotte Hornet fans will say if they miss the playoffs, they're going to say that because Gordon Hayward got injured, when that's not even the case. The schedule's about to get tougher. And the teams that were in the playoffs in the bubble, they're going to get their legs back. Remember, there was no offseason for the playoff teams during that bubble season. After the bubble, they had to go right straight to the season. No one's talking about it. And they play the Celtics, meaning the Hornets, tonight. A desperate Celtics team. Look at Walter Robinson, bro. He says Indiana has 22 wins. Hornets have 25 wins. There are 3 games from being out of the playoffs. They can't sustain it, in my opinion. They can't lose 3 straight games.
I just wanted to say quickly about the Pacers. I was watching the Hornets Pacers game the other night, and
Absolutely.
Sabonis and Miles Turner were pathetic. They disappointed me so much. The amount of offensive rebounds they gave up to a tiny ass Charlotte Hornets team, it was unacceptable. It was unacceptable. It was a game that they should have won, that they could have won, and they just turned up and played like scrubs against a team that aren't really that good. So I don't know about them in terms of the playoff race. They're not convincing me right now.
Oh, man. Rap God says, okay. Look how close the Eastern Conference is. Now, Unoriginal, we've been bombarded by James Borrego fanboys lately, talking about they in the 4th seed. Why you guys criticizing? And they don't understand that when you're a head coach, criticism comes with the territory. See, I don't make excuses for mediocrity. Growing up as a Laker fan, they were winning a bunch of championships, and I saw people still criticize Phil Jackson. That comes with the territory. That's how it goes. So when you see the Hornets all of a sudden starting to play fast, starting to pick up the tempo, but they didn't do it with their franchise player Lamelo Ball, I have to question that because the shit doesn't make sense to me. The number 3 overall pick, but trying to turn him to a pass-first role player when he should be the one getting the keys, doing this thing, boogieing on defenders and scoring a bunch of points. That's what he's supposed to be doing. But JB and his malcontents will always talk about quote unquote program. We got to get them to our program. We got to get them to our way. What way? Haven't made the playoffs since what, 2016 with Kimba? What's the history? Unoriginal. What's with this coach, James Borrego? Why does he want to play these politics with these young players?
Personally, I just believe he wants to hold on to what little power he has while he still has it. Because he looks at Lamelo as somebody that he cannot control. These are things we've been saying all along. He cannot control Lamelo Ball. Coach Joe
Right.
says it every show. He cannot control Lamelo Ball. And what you cannot control, you are afraid of. You fear. And he fears Lamelo Ball.
Y'all listen to that right now?
He fears
He's
Lamelo
speaking
Ball.
the truth right now.
He fears Lamelo Ball. And so, you know, to see the kind of game plan that the Hornets are being that that James Borrego has given the Hornets, you know, in this recent winning streak, it doesn't surprise me. Did it surprise you? I saw that coming. I saw that coming. With the players that he had, the squad without LaMelo is a squad that he wanted. So of course he's gonna play the best possible basketball that he can play with that team and not sabotage them because he wants to get that credit. He wants that credit. The players want that credit. It's a sick game. It's a sick game. They don't want LaMelo to shine really, because LaMelo shining puts everybody's job at risk. Everybody's job who's not Mitch Kupchak and Michael Jordan. When you have a player like LaMelo Ball, it holds that whole franchise accountable. The players on the court with him and the head coach. And that terrifies James Borrego. It terrifies him.
Y'all
So
see this
him
right here,
playing
Walter Robinson?
they're trying to use LaMelo's skills against him. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. They want to play LaMelo Ball, who's a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, plays at 200 miles per hour every second of the game. Next to Gordon Hayward, who stalls 24/7. His engine just breaks. He's slow as hell. You play complete opposites with each other at the same time on the floor. When LaMelo is out, all of a sudden now you want to play fast-paced basketball, ball movement, guys running up and down the court. It's a sick, twisted game, and it didn't surprise me one bit to see a man as shameful and pathetic as James Borrego do something like that.
And shout out to Walter Robinson again for the $2 super chat to help grow the nation. Says giving LaMelo credit means praising a black man, LeVar. That's exactly what it is. And you see LaMelo Ball all the time giving his father praise and credit. What young children are supposed to do. And they hate that. Corshawn Smith, I see you in the chat, brother, in the panel. What do you think about the Gordon Hayward not playing? Do you think the Hornets have a chance, or do you think they do not have a chance to make the playoffs?
It all depends on Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham. If Terry Rozier play like that player of the week he got, yeah, I can see him going like winning 3 games, winning 3 or more games. But nah, they got a tough schedule. They got a tough schedule. A real tough. I think they got one of the toughest schedules.
If you're relying on Devontae Graham, you're done. You're finished. I'm sorry to tell you.
If Devontae Graham, y'all heard me at the earliest part of the season. Devontae Graham is not that good. Now, if he play like, he got to show me something. While LaMelo, it's his time. What I take DJ Tay-Bay time. He better show something. He better show me something. He got one chance. One.
I got a quick question for you guys. I got a quick question.
He got
for
a
both
bigger
of you.
role.
I got a quick question for both of you, right? Regarding
Go ahead.
Devontae Graham.
Go ahead.
Do you believe, because what it's going to take with LaMelo being out for the Hornets to get wins and stay in the playoff race, it's going to have to take Devontae Graham averaging around 25 points, 20 to 25 points on efficient shooting from the three-point range. Do you believe Devontae Graham can give you 20 to 25 a night on efficient shooting?
Well, I
to
can
keep
say
you in
this,
that playoff
DJ.
race?
I can say this: if Devontae plays well, they gonna give him a big contract through this stretch. This is the time. I think he gonna try to ball hard because he know this is the time to show why he deserved that next contract. So expect some ball hogging, some ISO ball, and some not sharing. Expect that from him.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Child Fake, you in there?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
You
you're not delayed, right?
Yeah, you hear me now?
So, what do you think about this topic? Do the Hornets got a chance to make the playoffs, or do you think it's obsolete to make the playoffs since Gordon Hayward is not playing?
Well, I think they have a chance. But the thing is, it depends on when Melo's coming back. So my prediction of when Lamelo's coming back, because of we're gonna be reevaluated in 4 weeks, right? So he should be back between next week Tuesday or the 22nd. Like between then, he should be back on the team. But now you have to determine like who's the real guy, because I'll say this is. I even made a comment. I said that this is why you don't pay a max contract to someone that's injury prone. And don't even get me started with the Ginobili comparison. Like
Facts.
that one really made me understand the game within the game that JB's playing with Lamelo. He wants to turn Melo into a system player, like Pop did Ginobili, who would turn into a 3-and-D wing instead of playoff instinct. But the thing is, I think that they have a chance in the playoffs, but come on, this team ain't making the first round. Like they haven't made past the first round since 2002 with Del Curry and Muggsy Bogues. So you expect them to make past the first round?
Hey, brother, you got some stuff in the background.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
DJ, I got a question. No, I got something to tell you.
All right, for sure.
Listen, at the beginning of the season, how many minutes was Melo playing?
Melo was playing like 15 minutes.
Yeah, he did not supposed to get those type of minutes. You know what they really tried to do? You know what the Packers are doing with Jordan
Exactly.
Love?
He was a number 3 overall pick.
You know what the
What you
Packers
say?
are doing with Jordan Love?
What?
That's why they won't give Aaron Rodgers that extension, because they know they have to start Jordan Love at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they tried to do with Melo. They tried to red shirt him this year, not play him at all.
Uh-oh. That's a good take.
What do you mean?
Unoriginal. What you think about that, my brother?
I'm not surprised. All you had to do was listen to Mitch Kupchak's comments when they dropped the Lamelo Ball. He's got to earn his minutes. What kind of sick nonsense is that for a number 3 overall pick with the clout of a Lamelo Ball talking about he's got to earn his minutes? What? The minute he stepped foot in your building, he made you guys one of the most relevant teams in America. He made you guys talk. People talking about Charlotte Hornets for the first time in 20 years.
Actually,
Talking about earning his minutes.
It ain't because no Tay Bay or that Gordon Hayward show.
No chance. Who's paying towards Gordon Hayward? Listen, I believe, right, that the Hornets were praying that all the false scout reports on Lamelo were true and that his shot may be a little broken, so they could probably put him in a G League and try and mess up his form and whatnot and do what they did to Markelle Fultz. That's what I believe. If the Charlotte Hornets had their way, and Lamelo told you as much when he said they tried to mess with my shot, I said nah. He said nah. I believe the Charlotte Hornets had their way. Like K. Sean said, they would have tried to redshirt him, put him in the G League, and try and mess with him.
like, what do you guys mean by the red shirt thing here?
As in,
Because
sit out for a year. Sit out for a year.
Like players
not like a snub, like a reserve, right?
Yep.
Oh, that. Because I don't understand what the red shirt thing that they're trying to do with Melo. But the thing is, trying to turn him into a system player when he's not is a non-pattern point guard, according to Earl Watson, already explained a lot. Because the thing is that you don't want to turn someone that's non-pattern into pattern. You will just ruin what they got. Like you will ruin their real gift. That's the thing. Like now that Hayward is out, it's now time for Mitch Kupchak and Jordan to now decide, okay, what are we gonna do in the offseason and who's gotta stay? Because with Hayward, he's just best you buy his contract out and send him to a different team. Because honestly, I'm not saying Hayward is a bad signing,
They ain't buying that
but the
contract out.
thing, the thing is, here's the thing. With Hayward, it's not that he's a bad signing, it's that the max contract is the bad contract. Like you can reduce his contract and give him a much less contract because giving him max is already bad enough. And it's hurting your own team.
Better
I
yet, kick his
don't
ass
know.
out.
He may try to sign with the Brooklyn Nets.
I disagree with that. Like Hayward always want to be a number one option. You think he will go and join Kyrie that he was playing with in Boston and be
Oh
the
yeah, that's right. Kyrie ain't gonna take him.
like Hayward wants to be a number one option. Like I'll say it again. Hayward has never been a number one option his whole career. He has been the second, third, or fourth scoring option. So you expect someone that wants to be a first option to be a third option or fifth
And not
option?
showing up in big games.
Yeah, like
Remember when they played the Lakers? He had 7 points.
the Pacers 13 points. The Nets 13
The
points.
Raptors 3.
Oh my God, my hometown Raptors 3 points. Really? Oh, Hayward needs help.
All right, let me read some of these comments. Mr. What a Day says Hornets were not planning on being good this year. I can see your point, but they like to think like they are for some reason. Edgar says Gordon is a joke. This will be his last big contract. Rap Guy says smash the like button. We got 70 plus in the chat. Hit the like button.
Oh,
Aunt James says they last made it past the first round in 2002 with Baron Davis. There was no more Del Curry, Muggsy Bowles. They lost 4-3 to the Ray Allen Bucks in the second round.
the correction, my guy. I was
On
gonna.
this in the Eastern Conference Championship.
Got the players wrong. Thanks for the correction, my guy.
Yeah, I remember that year too. That's the year when 2002. Who came out of the East that year? What's up?
DJ. I wanna say something. And I want you to respond to it. You specifically.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. Michael Jordan. We've been on his head about how he's a terrible owner and whatnot, and how he's trying to sabotage Lamelo. But recent it's come to light that TNT's viewership for the Charlotte Hornets game, because of Lamelo being out and them going up against Brooklyn, viewership was down like 60-something% for TNT for that game. Charlotte Hornets games in general, the viewership has drastically reduced. And I'll tell you one thing, Michael Jordan might want to try and sabotage Lamelo because he doesn't want to take full attention and be the star of the show. But nothing hurts a man more than pockets, right, that are getting rinsed out. Michael Jordan's pockets are getting rinsed out right now. They're running low. And if anything forces you to make a change, it's you losing money. How would you respond to that?
No, that's a good point, my brother. I think this has become a blessing in disguise. Since Melo has been out, you're right, unoriginal. The revenue has dipped. The numbers are there. And I could see MJ in his office like, man, we got to get this kid back. And shout out to the OG Coach Joe, by the way. He says, good morning, fam. Good morning to you, OG. Shout out to Coach.
Here. Let's get the OG up here. What does he have to say?
Yeah, let me send him a link. I'm glad he's up. I didn't know he was up today. I'm gonna put it for Coach Joe. But yeah, back to what I was saying, unoriginal. I wouldn't be surprised next season if Michael Jordan tries to somewhat cater to Lamelo Ball. And the reason why I said somewhat is these owners, they're unpredictable. You don't know what they're gonna do. Like me and Coach Joe always say, it's a game within the game. So even if they give Lamelo the keys, it's probably going to be a stipulation to it.
No, I agree with you on the somewhat part because I feel like Lamelo Ball, his NBA career will never be plain sailing. He will never get the treatment that other elite superstar players get at franchises, unless he moves out of Charlotte and goes to the Knicks or something. But it's just the way it is with Lamelo Ball, the story of his life, the way he's come up into the NBA. The way LeVar has raised his sons and the power moves that he's made. I just don't feel like it's possible for Michael Jordan to fully give LaMelo the keys. But I'll tell you what, he's most definitely going to make some changes. The way his pockets are hurting right now, that is keeping Michael Jordan. That's giving Michael Jordan sleepless nights. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Shout out to Coach Joe. He in the panel right now. Shout out to Slick Madison. How y'all doing, my brothers?
How you doing, brothers? Good day. How you doing, new media? I know it's been a while. How's everybody?
Well, good morning, family. What's up, DJ? Good morning. How you guys doing this morning? How's the family doing this morning?
Man, doing great, man. Doing a super early show today.
Good. I like that. Get it up early, get it going, get the juices flowing, start the day off on a good one. That's a good one right there, DJ. Great idea. But that's why you're the president of New Media. So there it is.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the appreciation, OG. So, Coach, I wanted to ask you, since Gordon Hayward is out, do you think the Hornets still have a chance to make the playoffs to keep that seed? Or you think they're going to be out of the playoffs?
I think that the Hornets are the best of the worst right now. That's what I think. I think out of all the teams that were predicted to come into the league this year, come into the season this year and play better, the Miamis, the Bostons, the Torontos, the teams that have a track record, and that the Hornets are above. Okay, for reasons that logically don't make any sense. Okay, but illogically make a lot of sense. The Hornets to me look like a mercenary team. See, this is a team that look like they just pulled a bunch of desperate parts from here. We'll take one of him and two of him, and how about three of him? And yeah. Let's see. Irrespective of how they fit or plan or anything, okay, just so we can look like we're doing something. See, how do you invest? I put on Twitter the other day. Somebody said that Gordon Hayward had somehow tricked Michael Jordan or didn't live up to his agreement with Michael Jordan somehow. And I said to him, well, it looks like to me that this is who Gordon Hayward was from the start. Jordan played himself. Would a real Jordan please stand up? And I said, nah, I think he left the world. Okay, because the bottom line is anybody could see this. This dude is injury prone. He is one of the biggest grifters in the NBA in terms of getting money and not producing. Okay, so he's on historic levels. I think he's in the top 10 in salaries. But when you look at his production and what he has done, he's in the bottom 10 of dudes that have gotten that much money and not produced anything except the same thing. A lot of hope, a lot of wishing, a lot of sitting around praying, and then him showing up and being uneven and then hurt. So but Melo is there. And like we saw with the Bulls, and I'm in a little different position than a lot of people, because I remember when Michael Jordan was drafted, and I remember how bad the Bulls were. And I remember because of Michael, the ball is just bouncing a different way. And it looks like that's what's happening with the Charlotte Hornets too. That's why I said they're the worst. They're the best of the worst. That's why I said that, because out of all those teams, they're the one that's really those mercenaries are playing hard. That's one thing about that team. They play hard, and they play harder than some of these other teams that I spoke about a little earlier, who's supposed to have been playing better, who have maybe a little better chemistry, a little better talent. So yeah, yeah, I think they might be able to hang on to something until Melo comes back, because a lot of things are breaking their way. But no, they not. This is if easy exit, first exit.
Hey, Coach, before I go to Slick Madison and then with Unoriginal, some of these comments I've been seeing are spot on. Look, Ant James says Gordon Hayward was a hindrance to the team, with him wanting to be the point guard, losing control of the ball inside. Devontae and Terry took turns last year beating unexpected teams.
Right. I mean, that's exactly right. Again, we got to remember, family, this is mostly at this level is psychological, right? Mental. And so what is the mental trip out? Well, the mental trip out is, well, that's the Hornets, and they ain't really done nothing, and they ain't really been good. So we ain't really got to pay much attention to them. I mean, and that's what it's about. Nobody fears them when they come into their gym. Nobody says, whoa, wow, we got Gordon and that Terry, because nobody really knows what they're going to do. Which one's going to be hot? Which one's going to come to play? That you don't really know. You know it's going to be somebody, but you don't know who. So no, they're that's exactly right with this team.
So Slick Madison,
Yes,
do
my
you
brother.
think the Hornets? You think the Hornets will still make the playoffs without Gordon Hayward, or you think they'll fall off on the wayside?
Okay, so to follow up with my brother, Coach Joe, he said earlier, he pretty much hit it on the nail, like, word for word. He pretty much like told us new media family, exactly what I was thinking as well. The Hornets, they're like more of a mercenary team, or more of a team of scavengers trying to get all as much parts as they can to make it work, and they will do it by any means necessary. And here's the thing about Gordon Hayward. I kept an eye on him when this injury happened with Lamelo Ball, and I've noticed something. I wasn't one of the biggest Gordon Hayward fans, but I did believe he had some sort of game, but not to a game whereby it matches his bankroll. But I still believe that guy that's averaging 21, 6 and whatever, and shooting 50% from the field, that's a decent NBA player. Maybe not an all-star caliber player, but a decent NBA player. And I wanted to see if his game would have elevated to a point where, like, okay, LaMelo's out the way. Maybe he's going to justify him getting that amount of money that he's receiving from Michael, and he's going to like try to like shut up the people that's saying that he don't that he's injury prone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because I've been one of those people that said he didn't really deserve to have that type of money for his skill set, and like the brother Coach Joe said, he speak the facts about the numbers and et cetera. So I've been watching his style of play. I've been watching the way he handled himself as a true alpha in the court. And if there's one thing I realized, Gordon Hayward is not an alpha, man. He's just not an alpha. Number one, and number two, if you look at the numbers, that Terry Rozier is really carrying that team without Lamelo Ball and Miles Bridges, and these are the Malik Monk. These guys, they're the ones that's really the motor of the Hornets. If you look at this team, I've seen games with Gordon Hayward 6-7 points, Terry Rozier 26, 27 points, Malik Monk 30 points. Gordon Hayward just seems like the odd man out. He just doesn't seem like the guy to fit into the system, and it baffles me that like brother Coach said, this team they're playing like mercenaries. And mercenaries, if it's one thing but these type of people, they have nothing to lose.
Facts.
The game. All right. So with that being said, no one thought that the Hornets would be the 4th seed today. So they're able to play more loose. They're able to do whatever they want to do. They're able to put it all in the court because they've exceeded expectations. So that's the number one mentality of a mercenary. Will I think they will make the playoffs? You know, they will, but it will be a nasty out, man. It will be a sweep, first round sweep. You know, they will make the playoffs, but it will be a first round exit, like Brother DJ said. So with that being said, with this Gordon Hayward situation, we all knew he was injury prone. We all knew this. We all knew that, you know, his ceiling was 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. That was his ceiling. You know, I don't see Gordon Hayward going nuclear or parabolic and having crazy numbers like averaging 28, 29 points and just going scorched earth on people. I don't see that from Gordon Hayward. That's not him. You know, so, and last but not least, he just doesn't have that alpha mentality. He doesn't have that gene in him to say, you know what, Terry, everybody go away. This is my team. I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna put this team on my back, and I'm gonna make sure we win games. I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna hold it down for Lamelo. We're gonna do what we have to do. What you see is that you have a guy in Gordon Hayward, right? Clamming for this spotlight, clamming for the touches, clamming for the usage. He wanted all this stuff when Lamelo was there, right? Now Lamelo's gone. He's crumbled. He's crumbling. Okay, he couldn't deal with the expectation. All eyes on him. If they win, it's his because of him. If they lose, it's because of him. And you have all these things going on right now with Gordon Hayward, and you know it sucks that he's injured, man. Because I don't wish injury to nobody, and you know, and none of us here don't wish injury to nobody. It just kind of sucks, man, for that young man. And just hope he gets better, man. You know, but it's just sad that his career is like, you know, trailed with injuries, and you know it kind of sucks for him because I don't know after this contract if anybody's even want to even, you know, give him a job or he's going to be a bench player after this. Like, you know, he's just building up a reputation as a very injury prone player, and it just kind of sucks, man. Like, how many more times is this going to happen for Gordon, you know? But, you know, I just hope that young man, you know, he heals up and he gets better and maybe comes back in time for the playoffs. But, you know, to stray away from the topic, yeah, that's pretty much, you know, it. I don't really have nothing much to say after what Brother Coach said, you know, like he hit it on the nail, you know. So what you will see with this team, they have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. So yes, they will make the playoffs. I mean, we just want to know how deep you know, how much of a run they'll go on, and I want to see how this team plays without Gordon. And I do think Terry and I mean, they have enough. I think Terry's an alpha. I think Terry Rozier is an alpha. It sucks that Malik Monk is out. You know, I want to see PJ is going to step up. I want to see, you know, because they lost a lot, man. I mean, you know, how do you make up for Lamelo Ball, man? You know, nobody makes up for Lamelo Ball. You lost a pivotal piece to your rotation. You know, and then, you know, with Gordon out, you know, and Malik Monk out, and he's in and out with injuries, and then you got Devontae Graham going 1 for 10, and then finishing off the game 30%. Like it's going to be an uphill battle from here, man. And now all the pressure's going to be on Terry. You got Terry getting freaking injuries and shit because they're playing this guy 40 minutes a night. Like you know, the implosion will begin. The implosion of this team will begin. But we don't know if there's going to be enough implosion to get them out of the playoffs. They will get into the playoffs, but you will see this massive implosion whereby it's going to be a 4-game sweep or blowouts. That's what I believe.
Great points, man. Great points. This is a blessing full of knowledge. You brothers are on it. The Celtics, Hornets tomorrow. How do you think the Hornets are going to do?
DJ, can I just interject one thing here a second?
Oh, absolutely.
Mr. Waterday said it's not fair to call Hayward a grifter. He broke his leg and came back to put up efficient numbers with a team he didn't fit with anymore. He doesn't fit with the team either, though. Okay, let me get this. Let me get this straight, Mr. Waterday. Appreciate the comment. Here at New Media, we don't. Gordon Hayward didn't sign a contract that he generated. Okay, none of these players on these teams signed contracts that they generated. Those contracts came from the organizations. We are talking about the organizations. See, the game within the game said that Gordon Hayward was the next Larry Bird. and general managers and presidents around the NBA agreed on some level. And then his pay started looking that way. But his game didn't. See, there has been a lot of players in the NBA that are talented, that can score. That is not the issue. You are one of two things in the NBA. You're either a good team that wins and is not entertaining. The Spurs many years, winning but not entertaining, or you're entertaining and you win. Magic, when their teams, Kobe and Shaq's,
Mm-hmm. The Heatles.
Michael. Okay, so you either one or the other. Very few teams are both entertaining and winning. But when you look at these teams like Charlotte and these other off-market, so-called off-market teams, these small market teams, they are really only one or two things. They're only entertaining or they're winning. Okay? They're boring and winning. Okay? So this isn't on the players, this is on the organizations. Gordon not fitting in, Gordon not being looking like a waste of money is a reflection on the organizations, not on Gordon. Okay, so keep it real.
Whoever compared Gordon Hayward to Larry Brown should be arrested for life.
Oh Lord.
Facts.
I do want to say, earlier I said the Hornets have no chance to stay in the playoff race without Lamelo and Gordon Hayward, but I want to change my stance slightly. I believe the Hornets have a very small chance to stay in the playoff race, and it comes down to one name, two words: Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges recently has turned into such a pick. I mean, to me, and to new media, and this is where I got to give new media their flowers. This is where I have to give Coach Joe and DJ flowers. They've always kept it real with you guys. New media fan, they've always kept it real with the people. They always saw the talent Miles Bridges had. He's become an efficient catch and shoot three-point shooter from the catch and shoot position. He's become a hellacious defender. He's a walking double-double. He can give you 20 and 10 a night if you play to his strengths, if you run plays for him and you feature him in the offense way more. So if the Charlotte Hornets are clever, which we know they are, if James Borrego has a brain, which we know he doesn't, if they decide to start featuring Miles Bridges more, they can get 20 and 10 out of him a night, and that is a big help for them staying in the playoff race because PJ Washington, he's turning into a scrub, an absolute scrub.
He can't give you
anything. Him breathing Brittany Renner was the worst thing he ever did. I pray for him.
Yep.
Because she has sucked the soul out of him, literally. PJ Washington, he needs to step up. But Miles Bridges, feature Miles Bridges in the offense more, and Hornets, you may have a chance to stay in this playoff race.
Wow. Woo, that was some fire there, brother. Woo. I don't know who's going to go behind that one. That was fire right there.
Yep, facts.
Mm.
Everything on the money right there.
In the wise words of the buffoons Beavis and Butthead, fire. Fire. Aunt James says Miles and PJ started with each other last season, giving the Hornets a better front line. Gordon Hayward have took the ability to work as good as a tag team with PJ needs to score 18 a game again. Well, PJ has been so much of an enigma that he owes the Hornets double doubles the rest of the season.
I saw you
That's
tweet
how
that. I
bad he
started
can
laughing. I started laughing. I saw you tweet that. I was creasing.
play. It's the truth. I'm like, come on, has the real PJ arrived yet? Will he stand up for once?
Well,
God.
hey, I don't know, DJ. You know, is Brittany taller than him?
I don't know, but she run a relationship.
I'm just, you know, I don't know. If she's taller than him and you're a professional basketball player, that might be interesting. I don't know. You know, because
Too
Gordon
much.
did say you know, Gordon's first observation of Melo, his first observation came out of his mouth was what? Man, he was tall. He's taller than I thought. That usually sound like a guy when you in school. You know, remember when y'all was in school and you had it out, and one of your rivals was telling you, hey, we getting it on after school, and he said, well, when you see my brother, he gonna get you, and then you see his brother and go, oh, I didn't realize he was that big. That's usually what that means. Okay, that's usually what he was saying. Oh, I didn't realize he was that big. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, family, I think Gordon's averaging around 19 points a game, and
Yeah.
as we know, he's been starting the whole year. And I
Mhm.
think Melo, when he started, I think Melo's averaging 19 or 22.
Mm-hmm.
So those that are comparing Gordon, who is a 10, 11-year vet, and
Exactly.
his production is being efficient when Melo is a 19-year-old and he's just as efficient almost.
He has the highest PER on the team, coach. Lamelo
Yeah.
Ball has the highest PER on the team. Coming off the bench
Hey,
half of the season.
Coach,
I'm just saying. I don't know.
OG, do you see what J&J video just posted? She said maybe she can take his place, coach. Somebody put Brittany Renner in.
That's great,
You
J and
never
J.
know what happened.
Miss you, J and J. That's great.
So Slick Madison, my brother,
Yeah, my brother.
Coach Joe hit it right on the nail when he was talking about the averages. So Lamelo Ball, who has not been given the keys, they're spot playing him as a starter, because I'm not mentioning when he's a bench player, as a starter, averaging 20 to 22 points per game, more than Gordon Hayward, who demands the ball, play point forward. What does that tell you when you listen to that?
Yeah, so like I've been preaching, so let's all like understand, you know, stats and the facts here. LaMelo Ball, even though we do believe he should be the number one option, he's really the third option on the team. Looking for when you take into consideration usage, and you know, Gordon Hayward's usage is a little bit higher than LaMelo's, and Gordon takes more shots. Terry takes more shots. I think they average like around 15 shots a game. LaMelo averages like around 12 shots a game, right? And keep in mind, this is a kid that came off the bench like, you know, the first half of the season, and what you see is that when LaMelo was inserted into the starting lineup, his numbers skyrocketed. And then you had the Gordon Hayward injuries here and there, and then you had Terry Rozier in and out of the lineup. And I do believe the games that Gordon Hayward is out, LaMelo is averaging, correct me if I'm wrong, 22 to 23 points a game, shooting 50% from the three, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. When Gordon Hayward was out of the lineup, and they won those games. That's when Terry Rozier was, was a complementary piece. And what I've noticed is that it's not about who's the Batman and who's the Robin. You know, Terry Rozier and LaMelo Ball played more like Batman and Superman, basically. Their games complemented each other. But, you know, there's this notion that every team should have a Batman and Robin. That this Batman and Robin mentality, you know, and Coach Joe can talk about that because he's been around the game for many years. He's understand the game even more than me. You know, and then there's this mentality like, you know, they should have this alpha 1A and this alpha 1B. And if there's not this dominant alpha 1A, the alpha 1B, it just can't work. And then you got the alpha 1Bs trying to take over the alpha 1. Sorry, somebody keep calling me. Yes, when you have a team like this, right, that understand
Look like I didn't gave Slick Madison my mic problem. Can't hear you, Slick.
Hey, Coach Joe.
Yes.
I thought it was my earphones going in and out, like buffering for a minute, because I know Slick Madison like never does that.
Same, man, same.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
No, absolutely. When Madison steps back in the room, he's hitting the nails on the head. See, this thing both eye test and analytical test both look like a train wreck. See, I remember all of the new Jordans that was coming. Every dude that was about 6'5" to 6'7" that was black that could jump and had a ball head was gonna be the next Jordan. Stackhouse, Harold Miner, obviously they said Kobe, and it's a few other ones too. I can't think of their names right now. And
Vince
they
Carter.
all fell. Yes, Vince Carter, and they all fell off. I mean, even except Kobe. Kobe's the only one the closest that came to it, the closest to coming to it. So, that's kind of how it rolls. Go ahead, Madison. You back? All right, my
Yeah,
brother.
I apologize, people. I got stopped out of the stream. But yes, so to continue what I was saying, quickly, so the question was, Lamelo Ball's his numbers, So Lamelo Ball has the highest PER on the team, playing less minutes than his top two. Okay. Lamelo Ball has the highest PER on the team, playing less minutes than the top two guys on the team that has a higher usage rate. That's number one. Number two, his numbers are, night and day from the starting lineup to the bench. And when I say night and day, it doesn't mean like it was a big drop off, but it just shows that Lamelo was a chance. He shows that his game can be taken to another level, and the fact that the coach keep holding him down and keep, not having him, go out there and doing what he loves to do, which is like, run the offense his way, give him the minutes, let him initiate, the offense of the team, and let him do his thing, and what you said that when Lamelo Ball was inserted in the starting lineup, you find that not only does this team, the team's identity start to change, they start to cater more to Lamelo Ball, and I think when he got inserted into the starting lineup, I think a few games Gordon Hayward was injured, and you find guys like Terry Rozier, PJ Washington, Biyombo, all these guys, they're looking to Lamelo Ball as the true alpha in this team. And Lamelo Ball was able to lead these guys to wins. Lamelo Ball was able to get his numbers, but get others their numbers too as well. Malik Monk flourished when Lamelo Ball, was the de facto number one option. Terry Rozier, he flourished. Even though we know Terry Rozier don't really need Lamelo Ball to get his, but it was more seamless, meaning it was more organic.
Miles Bridges, you right? Oh, I'm sorry, Madison, but Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges, exactly. Everybody ate when Lamelo Ball was the de facto number one option, the de facto playmaker, the guy that was running the offense. So when you have Gordon Hayward coming back into the lineup, I've noticed something, and we've watched the games. Lamelo Ball, his numbers kind of went down a little bit, not massively, but you have Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward is like this big. I don't know. To me, Gordon Hayward is like a damn gold tooth, man. If you think about it, like like these people with the gold teeth in the front, like it's it's expensive, it's shiny, but it's just there. It just doesn't fit in. If you know what I mean. Like he costs a lot of money, he's all this cachet, but he just doesn't fit in with this team. And if I was the front office, man, I would have got me a couple good centers, man. Some good 3-and-D wing, man. This team, man, being in a way better place, man. And I'm not trying to knock Gordon Hayward and put him down, but it's just he doesn't fit into the system. And what you're seeing, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen next year, man. Because we know we're gonna get a bigger, faster, stronger Lamelo Ball, man. And I know Lamelo Ball, man, next year he ain't coming for no bullshit, man. I'm telling you that J&J, man. he's gonna get that boy. You know, man. Listen, man, Lamelo Ball is gonna be an all-star next year. I'm telling you. And I'm interested to see what the direction this team goes on what is going to happen in the offseason. I'm interested to see what it's going to be the narrative around Gordon Hayward, if he's going to be happy at the end of the season or not. Because I know deep down inside, Gordon Hayward knows Lamelo Ball is coming, and not trying to put these two brothers against each other, but they know who the true alpha of this team is, and they really got to sit down and look themselves in the mirror and say, listen, is this Gordon's team or is this Lamelo Ball's team? And like I said, Gordon Hayward hit the ceiling. Lamelo Ball hasn't even scratched the surface. Okay, Gordon Hayward's ceiling is Lamelo Ball's floor, if you know what I mean.
Facts.
So, what you've seen from Gordon Hayward now and over the past couple of years, you're not going to see anything more than that. But from Lamelo Ball, do you have any idea what we're talking about? This is something that we've never seen in our lifetimes. Even a few months ago, Rev was talking about it. 6'8" guy that can dribble, that can shoot all three levels, fast. The IQ of almost like a Chris Paul, his brother. He's a unicorn. And when his game, they say that the second year is always the most important year. The second or third year is always the most important year. And the second year and the third year is where you see a player's game truly elevates to a point where he's either going to be an all-star and MVP. You can judge him by that second and third year. And if Lamelo Ball is putting up fringe all-star numbers right now, coming off the bench, right, inserting to the starting lineup play, you got people looking him off, making him into a third option on offense. And if he's putting up fringe all-star numbers now, what is Lamelo Ball going to do next year as a number one option? As the de facto guy for this team? What is he going to do? And I want people in the comments right now to give me your predictions for Lamelo Ball's numbers for next year. If, being said, he's the number one option. Because I do believe we're looking at the 25 or 20. Listen, he's going to average minimum 20 points. Minimum 20 points a game. But the question is what are the lengths this team is willing to go to unleash this kid, to let this kid know that, listen, this is your team, we're going to build around you, and we're going to see where it goes. We know you were, this generational talent. Gordon Hayward has hit his prime. Gordon Hayward is past his prime. Terry Rozier is going to be there to help you alongside the way. You have your pieces. We're going to give you a good center, and we're going to build around you. This is your team, LaMelo. The question is, will they pull that plug?
Slick. I just wanted to reply to your earlier comment about Gordon Hayward not being alpha male, and it's obvious to see. And let me tell you how I know that. And this is why Gordon Hayward to me is just the biggest conman. He just makes me laugh. He just makes me laugh. I commented this in one of the prior shows. But you guys notice how against the big teams, Gordon Hayward goes hiding like a shook little kid, and he is quick to pass that basketball to Lamelo like it's a hot potato.
Mm-hmm.
You guys notice that, right? I know I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not
Oh, absolutely.
So your point about Gordon Hayward knowing that Melo is arriving. No, he already knows that Lamelo is here right now. He knows Lamelo is the man right now, because when the going gets tough, when you're playing the elites in the NBA, it's Lamelo who always rises to the top, because it's guys like Gordon Hayward who are fugazi 20-point per game scorers. Their points mean nothing, and when it's time to really put them 20 points on the board, them 25 points on the board, big points against big teams, he's not trying to do that. He's trying to pass the ball off to Lamelo like the basketball's poison. He don't want nothing to do with it. How is it consistently in big games you're giving me 7 points, 4 points, 13 points, but against the scrubs you're giving me 19 points that don't really mean that much in the grand scheme of things? You're a fraud. You're a conman. You went to Charlotte when you could have gone to Indiana, or you could have gone to another contender team. No, you just decided to take the money because you thought you were going to a terrible franchise, which it was at the time, but you couldn't predict for Lamelo coming. And now there's pressure on you to win. And when the pressure is there for the Charlotte Hornets to win, now the expectations have risen. Gordon Hayward shrinks smaller and smaller and smaller. So yeah, it's all good him getting his stats against these terrible ass NBA teams. But when he played the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers and the Lakers and those contending teams, we always see who the players are looking to first, and then Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward himself is looking to Lamelo Ball. He's begging for him to do stuff with the basketball because when he sees them boys, when he sees them big boys, he is shook.
Mm-hmm. He's a scavenger, man. He feasts against the bums, you know. He's a scavenger. That's what
y'all coming up with new nicknames and everything. Scavengers.
Yeah, I mean that's
everything.
Lamelo Ball, he rises to the occasion. Like one of the games I remember, he was going against Rudy Gobert, man. I was like, yo, man, this kid is gonna have a tough game against the Jazz, man. And Lamelo Ball went out there, man. I think that was the game he did the putback dunk.
No, that was Indiana and Sabonis.
And let me say this real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the brother Douglas Golden Child, Case in Point, Taufik, Aunt James. I already said the J&J video. She's on it. Shout out to you, my sister, and subscribe to her channel. Support her great work that she's doing. Coach Joe, I wanted to ask you this. If the Hornets do not give LaMelo the keys after seeing all that he has done, what does that tell you if they do not give him the keys?
DJ, stay out of my head. I was just sitting here, DJ, thinking that very thing right there, formulating it right now, just right now. And then you come back and ask. I was just getting ready to jump in, and I was just getting ready to ask that. So stay out of my head. Thank you very much. That's just the one man of the Most High. We all sharing.
Right.
We all sharing it. Ain't nobody got no original thoughts in their head, including me and nobody else. We all the mind of the Most High.
Right.
So anyway, back. First of all, I don't think that Melo will be the first option next year. If Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Devontae Graham are still on that team, he won't be the number one option. The only way to me Melo will be the number one option is if the universe conspires it and sets it up in a way that he comes back from this injury and he does a Michael Jordan against Boston. He does that against somebody else. And then Michael will have no choice but then to say, yeah, I admit this dude is like me. Oh, man, I hate to say it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. See, that's what it is. I mean, I can. There's no way Michael Jordan to me will accept somebody wearing Pumas, okay, with his commitment and his manic, voracious. I mean, just his appetite. Just no jump man only. I mean, I don't see him doing it unless the universe conspires in a way that paints by numbers that he can see very clearly. MJ, hey, ball head, hey, Mr. Clean, he's just like you, buddy. I created him just to be the new you, and you can't get in the way of it. Because this is the thing that people got to understand. Michael's not losing equity, folks. Don't talk about the Hornets losing money when they have equity in their organizations. It doesn't go backwards. It goes forward. Michael is not going to lose money if Charlotte is horrible. If they jerk Melo around, all that, they're not. They do revenue sharing, and they have big TV contracts, man. Michael and the equity. Michael ain't gonna lose nothing in the big scheme of things if they keep jerking Melo around. And they don't care about the fans.
Coach Joe.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday. About the TV contracts. That's why we were saying I don't get mad when a player holds out because I know there's money in there. I know these organizations got money. I don't care if they're a losing organization. I don't care if they only win 10 games.
Case
They
in
got
point,
money.
Dak Prescott. Case in point, Dak Prescott.
Right.
Well, I mean, no, you know, look here, the facts. Okay. Uh, um, um, Donald Sterling, who was forced to sell the Clippers, bought the Clippers for about $200 million. He sold it for over $2 billion. Do you guys understand? It was the worst franchise for years. Nobody took the Clippers seriously. They never put out a good product during his tenure almost at all. But his franchise kept growing to the tune. What kind of investment is that? Think about that, guys. You put a $200 down investment and then wait 25, 30 years and it goes to $2 billion. Are you kidding me? There is no loss when you are an owner of these sporting teams, guys. I pass.
Excellent point, OG. Shout out to Ant Learn. He says he's going to lose something. All right. LaMelo will damn sure be out of there. Yeah, they keep playing around LaMelo and see what happens. And folks think we're being negative. We're just stating truth. We're seeing beyond what they're seeing. See, I can't help someone who can't see a game within the game. They have to. Yeah, what you say, Coach?
I'm sorry. See, DJ, Michael has never shown anything, including in that documentary, that he's going to back down from anybody. He's never shown that. Also, it's always been his way or the highway. I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ.
No, you're right. And I'm glad you said that, OG, because if they lose Lamelo Ball in the future, they will live to regret it. Because there's a lot of teams that want him. And there's a lot of teams, they're not going to say it right now in public. They truly believe they can get LaMelo Ball in free agency when his contract is up.
Facts.
DJ. Teams and GMs, coaches all around the league are rubbing their hands like Birdman right now, seeing the way they see Michael Jordan and the Mitch Kupchak and James Borrego treating the Melo Ball. They're rubbing their hands like Birdman. They can't wait for that rookie deal to be up because they're
all truth, bro. All truth.
They're gonna crowd around them like some piranhas. They're sensing blood in the war already.
I mean, guys, Michael Jordan wouldn't even get his kid his number. A third pick in the draft, you wouldn't even give his. Come on, if you can smack Monk upside the head on national TV and nothing happened, you can go pull Monk in your office and say, "Get that boy that number." I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. If this dude knew what he had, he would have did that from the very beginning. It wouldn't have been no issue. It would have been like, man, look at what I got. Look what I got. Instead, it was, damn, look what I got. That's what it was. And it's still that right now. It hasn't changed yet, family.
And we still haven't forget as fans, you know, some Hornet, really JB fans are like, oh, LaMelo's still cool with it. He didn't get his number. He's still cool with it. Well, what do you think he's going to say? You think he's going to say, I hate my team for not giving me my favorite number I've been having since a kid? He's not going to say that. So stop the buffoonery and let's be serious now. That number, man, I'm about to cook right now. That number has been his number since his whole playing career, since he started playing basketball. His father told him that he was going to get that number when he starts dribbling the basketball. And at this age right now, you're going to tell me LaMelo's cool with not getting this number, the most marketable number around? You really going to tell us this bull crap? The disrespect was already, and then extra disrespect, Malik Monk saying, oh, I just can't do it, and making a big fuss about it. Made it even worse. What have the Hornets accomplished to get that power? What you said, unoriginal?
I said preaching to the choir, man.
Oh, I have to, man. This is Sunday, so I might as well.
Facts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
J&J Video says they're going to be like vultures on Lamelo Ball when he's a free agent. Oh, it's coming. They see it all the time. And Charlotte fans hit me up, like the real ones, not the JB fans, but the true, real deal Charlotte fans who want to keep Lamelo on this team. They always tell me, I kid you not, this team frustrates me because they're trying to chase Lamelo away. This is what the Charlotte fans tell me every time on DMs. They get frustrated because they finally have someone with this talent and they're messing this up, all because of pride. A stupid ass program, excuse my language, that has not conduced to winning. A program without direction is not a program at all. And I'll pass.
DJ, this is to me, people have to understand that what we're dealing with here is something that's extraordinary on all levels. And so that's why I'm for myself, family, I'm looking at this to look and see what the extraordinary things are. Melo has supplied us with a lot of extraordinary things so far in his rookie season. I have not seen this organization reciprocate and do extraordinary things here. See, the media the old media wants to develop this story and put this story out that they kept Melo on the bench so he could come along slowly, and they wanted just looking after him, you only played 12 games. We all know all of this number, a bunch of bull crap. Okay, we ain't buying that mess. People that want to buy that, you go buy that. Okay, but we ain't buying. We selling that nonsense because we know it's not true. The fact that this dude, MJ, the fact that this dude here would not exercise his power and make sure that Melo received what he was supposed to receive because of the hierarchy in the NBA. He understands this. Tells me that the depths and the lengths that Michael Jordan's ego spans is unconscionable. Nobody can say how far to go. I'll pass. And this one other thing I want to say. I'm sorry, DJ. One thing I want to say. I don't think it's going to be a feeding frenzy for Melo only for one reason. Is that he's got strong leadership with him, and they are going to plot and plan exactly where they're going. And that deal is going to already be in place before the void's triggered. Because Melo because LeVar already told these fools, y'all don't understand who my boys are. They don't play for money. They play for wins. And I think Melo is not going to put up with his camp in no way, shape, or form, no damn team that don't see him for who he is when it's time to go. So it's going to be a whole lot of folks sitting on the sidelines, chewing their nails and mad, jumping up and down because they don't fit the profile. And they got no shot at Melo. It's going to be one or two teams that have a shot at him. And to me, that team at the top of the list is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers.
Coach said it now. And before we get to Unoriginal and then Slick Madison, the Charlotte fans who really support your team, keep speaking up about your team and what y'all demand. This is y'all franchise. And you should want everything well for your team. Don't let these owners ruin a good thing. Let your voices be heard. And don't defend mediocrity. When the Lakers were winning their championships, and Coach Joe know this, there were still people critiquing the team.
Facts.
When you're a coach in the NBA, it comes with the territory.
Facts.
It's not emotional. It's how the game goes.
Facts.
So stop all this defending subpar play. Stop defending subpar organizations. Stop defending subpar owners. And when you do that, then some things can change. But like Coach Joe said, the Ball family, they move differently. Coach Joe, remember we had people, these were a couple of Borrego stands, of course. They were saying, well, all we have to do is give LaMelo the max, and because most rookies usually take that the fourth year. Well, LaMelo's not a normal rookie.
Yeah, facts, DJ, facts.
So you don't know what he's about to do.
No. We do know what he's about to do.
Oh,
Lamar told him, my boys is winners. And when it's time for them to do their thing, if y'all think that money's going to hold him back, y'all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, Charlotte, if you are still playing games with Melo after he comes back from his injury, after next year when he comes back stronger and faster and maybe even bigger, just know you on the clock. And when the sand runs out, y'all going to turn back into pumpkins, okay? And Melo going on to some other place. That's how it works.
Facts, Coach. So unoriginal, brother, seeing how the organization is, what do you think the organization been fair to LaMelo? Do you think they have done everything they supposed to do to a franchise player, a top 3 pick?
Is that a trick question?
We'll let it be known.
Like we've all been witness to the tomfoolery, the shenanigans that the Charlotte Hornets have played with LaMelo Ball. It's criminal. It's criminal. That's the best way I can describe it. It's criminal what they're doing to LaMelo Ball. Someone who's a third overall pick, whether they turn out to be trash or not, a third overall pick, a first, second, and third overall pick, from day one, get the treatment and get the freedom to take the shots they like, to play the game that they play in order to develop. That's what you draft lottery picks for. That's why they are lottery picks. Okay, but you don't decide to do that. All right, fine. You say, oh, we'll wait it out. We'll see how he plays with limited minutes. He outperforms everybody's expectations, except LaMelo Ball's own expectations and LeVar Ball's expectations. But he outperforms everybody's expectations. He's turned into a player, like Slick said, with fringe all-star numbers this season. He's averaging fringe all-star numbers in the Eastern Conference. With them kind of numbers, there's a case. With the kind of popularity he has combined with it, that's an all-star player you have in your first year. To me, I believe LaMelo Ball is a top 10 point guard in the league already. Some people may disagree with that, eyes wide open, can't believe what I'm saying, but I know what I see, and I don't think you can name me 10 point guards in the league better than LaMelo Ball. And this is the guy that you wanna give the short stick to, that you want to sabotage on a nightly basis. A 19-year-old kid that's taking you to the playoffs. A team like Charlotte Hornets, who ain't been in the playoffs in 4 years? 4 years now?
Yeah, 4 years.
This is what a 19-year-old kid is doing for your franchise. He's putting more eyes on the franchise than ever before. He's got them on national TV games for crying out loud. And you can't even give the man his own number. What kind of sickness is that? That's a disease. Michael Jordan, Mitch Kupchak, James Borrego, they are a disease. And they're trying to suck the life out of LaMelo. But LaMelo's spirit is so strong. He's such a warrior. His mental strength is some of the greatest I've ever seen. For the things he's gone through at his age, I don't know if I know for damn sure I couldn't go through the things he's gone through. So no, the Charlotte Hornets are not doing everything in their power to cater to LaMelo Ball, and to turn his franchise into a winning franchise. No, they are not doing that. They're doing the exact same thing that Dan Gilbert did to LeBron James in Cleveland.
Facts.
That's what they're doing to LaMelo Ball. LeBron James came to Cleveland, and from the first minute he stepped on the NBA floor, you already knew this kid was special. He was going to take you to playoffs. He was going to take you to championship if you just invested in him, if you just believed in him. But Dan Gilbert never believed in him and then wanted to act surprised when he went to Miami. Okay, watch when the same thing happens with Lamelo Ball. He's already ticking his days till he's out of it. And like Coach Joe said, next season, this year, Charlotte Hornets paying house money. Next season, now that the NBA know what Lamelo Ball is about, when he comes back bigger, faster, stronger, more developed game, a more efficient shooter, the game slows down for him even more, becomes more aware defensively. Coach Joe is absolutely right. The Charlotte Hornets are on the clock. They are on the clock. All eyes will be on James Borrego if he's still the head coach next season. All eyes will be on Mitch Kupchak. All eyes will be on Michael Jordan to see how they mess this up, how they mess up lucking into a generational 6'8" point guard who can shoot the ball from deep, who can pass with the best in the league right now. God-given ability, and you want to throw it all away. Okay. Just don't turn around and cry to the media, to the public, when Lamelo Ball turns around and remembers all the nastiness, all the underhanded tactics and sabotage that the Hornets franchise, the Hornets front office laid out for Lamelo Ball to fail. And he remembers all of that and walks out the door with no hesitation. Don't cry to me. Don't cry to new media. Don't cry to all the Charlotte Hornets fans. Sorry, to all the public who've been watching Charlotte Hornets games and the real Charlotte Hornets fans who've been seeing the tomfoolery all along. Don't cry to us when what we've been telling you all along about what Lamelo Ball will eventually do, when that happens, don't cry to us because we'll be here to tell you that we told you so.
And Slick Madison, I'm going to give you the last word before we leave, and then Coach Joe end it with his wisdom as well. Any last things to say, my brother? Hello?
He might be muted out, DJ.
Okay.
So DJ, I want to just thank you for another opportunity to come and talk to the family and be here with the family on this Easter day, this Sunday Easter day. Is a blessing. We thank you and we thank the Most High and Yeshua for sure. And I just want to thank the room and the family in the chat. You guys for coming in on this day as well and joining us here. It's always wonderful to come together because we never know when we're gonna have an opportunity to do it again. You know, we don't want to take it for granted. We want to stay in gratitude about it. We get an opportunity to come together and to break bread and talk and share about what we love, sports and life. So thank you guys so much to Slick Madison, Unoriginal Boy. You guys, what's the other brother? Right now, Coach is forgetting my brother, but the brother from England. Appreciate you so much, my brother. You as well.
Unoriginal.
Appreciate you.
Unoriginal, yes, unoriginal. Yeah, my brother. Thank you so much. You also for coming on and sharing who you are, brother. What you see. So we thank you guys so much. Appreciate you so much. Have a blessed and great day.
Everybody
Absolutely.
have a good day, everybody.
You too, man. And drop the mic, man. What's good with you, man? Tune in to Drop the Mic. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. I was on the stream the other day. Great discussion about the pay of the WNBA and NBA. Check it out. Oh, the OG Coach Joe, thank you for being a presence here on New Media. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. And we're giving you your flowers every day because we appreciate you. We love you. Love everybody here. Unoriginal young brother. You were on it today. Subscribe to his channel. Slick Madison. Intelligent as always. Peace and blessings from everybody.
Thank you very much, my brothers. Everybody have a great day, okay? And peace out to the media. You know, give that one last like button and subscribe. Thank you.
And Ubuntu family. And Ubuntu family, because of you I am, because of me you are, and then we are. Peace.
Let's ride out.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.